Greetings, Vibe Tribe. It is yours truly, Bockarie Jombor, in the building one more time. I am the founder of EY Pele Movement. EY Pele is a Yoruba word that stands for good character. So you bring it together, good character movement. That's what we focus on, is having good character. All of us, even myself as a spiritual teacher, we all have areas in our life that we need to work on. None of us is exempt, okay, from error. We all have character flaws. So we're going to focus today on your spiritual journey. We're going to talk to those of you who have tapped into your gifts. I believe this is going to be a good session on this evening. We're going to have more dialogues in regards to your spiritual life. It's not talked about enough. Why? Because a lot of people are afraid to talk about it. Some people feel like it's a personal thing, and other individuals feel like no one will listen to them. Okay. And as the title stated, you're not crazy or weird. Okay. You're gifted. And we're going to talk about that on this evening because I personally have had uh, supernatural encounters ever since I was an adolescent, all the way into my adult years. And I don't know if many of you are familiar with the story about X-Men. Some of you may have heard of the X-Men, the Marvel Comics. Uh, story about the X-Men, and all of them, male and female, all of them were gifted, but to society they were weird. Okay, and what's weird is only that which is abnormal. Okay, it's not the norm. It's not common. Okay, I literally seen and I have experienced directly and indirectly miracles. Okay, in my lifetime. Okay, in my early 20s. Okay, also up into my 30s. Okay, I've experienced people coming to me, saying things to me that they couldn't have possibly known. I was praying by myself. Okay, and they literally told me in detail, okay, things that I was interceding about. Okay, I'm not one of these individuals that believes in coincidences due to my experiences in life, even me being used in that capacity. Okay, not trying to feel my way around. For those of us who grew up in the church setting, we were churched growing up. You know, we had these experiences where we may have seen people trying to feel their way around when it came to the gift of a seer, which we know some of us are more familiar with the term of prophecy. Okay, different terms used in different spiritual systems. Okay, when you're dealing with it, but some of us have had that experience. You know, a lot of people even joke about it. You know, I feel or I see, or is this? You know, I've had people. I personally had that happen to me. I promise you. You know, and I definitely had called them out. You know, I definitely called them out. Peace and blessings to my queen, Amari. She is in the building. Okay. This is a safe space. I'm glad she showed up because what set off this dialogue that I'm having right now is confirmation. Okay. My wife had a dialogue with me today. We was coming home from picking up, you know, our Lexus from it being repaired. And we was en route on the way back to our home. And she began to tell me a spiritual experience that she had. My wife, she also is a seer. She has dreams, visions. You know, she gets transmissions as well. Okay. And we both have grew up that way. We both are very familiar with it. We both have a prayer life. We both pray individually and we pray together collectively. Okay. And she began to tell me something, but before she did, she said, "Now I don't want you to think I'm crazy." You know, and that's what set off this dialogue too. I said, okay. I said, you know what? I said that was one of the titles of the messages that I was going to talk about because through the week I prayed and I intercede and you know I see what message should I bring, right? And so again I'm unapologetically spiritual, and so she and I both had totally forgot about that. That was the topic that we had discussed. And when I was sitting up here meditating, okay, what I'm gonna talk about this evening, what I'm gonna talk about, what came to me was my wife's voice when she said, before she told me the story, I don't think I'm crazy. And then she told me it was definitely not crazy to me. Why? Because I'm a spiritual person. I've had supernatural things happen to me. I've had supernatural healings happen to me. I prayed for people and seen people instantly healed in front of me. And see, the thing about my experience is that, it wasn't me faking. You understand what I'm saying? The people that I labor with in ministry, okay, they weren't faking. Okay, it wasn't no plaything. Okay, it was real. And so I can understand why some people are skeptical, because you have some people that are televised and on radio that actually have deceived people. So I can understand the reason why a lot of people are skeptical. It's kind of like cryptocurrency. You got a lot of people out here that's faking. You got a lot of fake financial advisors. And so I can understand why a lot of people won't be too trusting when it comes to these stories. You have people that pull publicity stunts. So it certainly is a challenge in this arena to be able to come across authentic. However, I'm here to tell you that I'm not here for fame or popularity. Okay, I'm here on a mission. Okay, I've been assigned to do this work. My wife and I have been assigned to do this work, and we're here to help you to grow spiritually in your walk. This is a safe space for those of you who do have a gift, because there's so many of us that see things. We have dreams, we have visions. Okay, dreams when you sleep, vision is when you are awake. Okay, in awakened state, and you have a revelation that comes to you. Okay, and what you see and what you dream actually comes to pass. Okay, you're not weird, you're not crazy. Okay, you have a gift. All right, and I'm here today for you to not be afraid to operate in your gift. It's good to have company and take audience with those who can relate to you. All right. And this is the reason why this is so important. And going back to the story of X-Men, remember that gifts were given to them to be a blessing to the world. Okay, so I know some of you may be introvert. I understand. I get it. I understand, it's your personality. But one thing you have to understand is that your gift is not only just for you. Some people would say, oh, it's not for you. No, it is for you. Our gift has benefited. Our gift has benefited us as well as other people. It has helped us to avoid getting into certain situations, okay, because of our prayer life. And because of us understanding visions and dreams are real. It's not a coincidence. You were not just dreaming. Okay. And I want you to ask yourself this question. If you were just dreaming, then why did it happen then? I want you to marinate on that for just a moment. If it was just a coincidence, or if it's just a dream, then why is it what you have heard in your spirit? Because sometimes you can hear things in your spirit. Okay. And what you have heard, that transmission that has come to your spirit, actually comes to pass. Why is it that when you step into a room, you could pick up on somebody's spirit, and it's like their life is like a book? Your life is like a book. Okay. And our family, if my head is coming in, all right, good. All right, because Mike, you telling me your head cut off, your head. All right, I appreciate that, beautiful. Okay, so again, why is it that when you come into somebody's company, right, it's like their life unfolds before you, and their life is like a book, and it's like you just met this person. Have you ever questioned, like, am I being judgmental? Am I prejudging this person? Have you ever actually gotten on yourself about these things? Like, oh man, I'm just being too judgmental. And then what you actually felt and what you picked up on that person, it actually manifested itself about that person. Has that ever happened to you? Anybody out there? Can you bear witness to that? That has actually happened to you? Hmm? That is so true. Wife said you're picking up on their vibration. That is so true. See, some people they call these things coincidences, and this is what hurts a lot of people. Excuse me, hurts a lot of people is because people don't understand the spiritual realm. People think this stuff is fictional, and it's because they haven't had an experience. But those of us who have had an experience, we understand that it is real. Okay, I've dealt with the supernatural realm, what one will call demonic forces. Okay, I myself have been possessed before. I myself have been delivered before. I myself have prayed for somebody who was possessed before and prayed them into deliverance before. Okay, I myself have laid hands upon people and seen them instantly healed before my eyes. Okay, I've seen that before. I've experienced, healing myself. Okay, so when you're dealing with the supernatural realm, people may, oh no, 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 oh no, that's too far from me. Oh no, no. I literally had somebody say, oh, wait a minute, oh, 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 and they took off because it scares a lot of people. A lot of people, oh, this sounds like they call it spookism and things of this nature. But for those of us like myself who have seen an angel before, I know that the spiritual realm is real. This is the reason why extraterrestrial, look up the definition of it. Look up see, some people start laughing at you automatically. Oh, he saw a alien. No, look up the definition. It is a entity that is not of this world. That's why linguistics is so important. Some people feel like, oh, you don't need to look up the Greek and the Hebrew, and you don't need to look up. No, actually you do, because it brings out a lot of meaning about words and it helps you to better understand things. Then you won't be calling people weird or dumb and laughing at them, thinking, oh, they talking about like E.T. go home and all this other stuff like that, mocking people. When the reality is that it's real. And for those who have had an interface with the spiritual realm, we come to find these things are real, because what my wife and I, we like to say is that we have some super on our natural. You got to understand, that we have literally been in some tight spaces where we needed money right there and then. And when we did our affirmations and everything else like that, and unexpected money came. So you got to understand, for individuals who have experienced these things, we know it's not just a bunch of hype. We know that it's a reality. Okay, we know that saying affirmations over and over is real because we have literally manifested things by being practitioners of the spiritual craft. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a reality. Okay, it's something that a lot of people, like, for instance, there's generational curses and people, oh, they come with the generational curse stuff. Okay, so why is it that you got constant molestation in families? Why is that continuous? Why is it that you got constant drug addiction and alcoholism? Okay, in some families. Okay, why is it that you have constant perversions going on in these families? Okay, you got constant chaos going on in these families. Why is it that you got constant generation after generation after generation after generation? You got teen pregnancies. Why is it that constant? Now, some people, colonization. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. This thing is deeper than that. My queen saying manifestation. No, this thing is deeper than that. No, these things are spiritual. Okay. Why is it that in some families you got, in generation after generation, you have singers, you have musicians? Okay. People just, oh, that's just some coincidence. No, there's literally a gifting, a blessing on families, on people to do certain things, like the Winans family. If you notice, the Winans family are very gifted. Okay. The Pace sisters are very gifted. The Wayans brothers, you got a bunch of comedians, in their family, like the Rock family as well, like Chris Rock, his brothers, you know what I'm saying? So, some people think, oh, that just, no, 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 no. See, it's a gift. It's a gift. You understand? Like some people, families, they're warriors. That's what they do. That's the reason why you got a lot of family members that are police officers and in the military, okay, Secret Service. Okay, they're always doing something, air marshals, they always doing something like to protect and serve, to defend. You understand what I'm saying? You know, so it's a gifting, man. And some people don't see that. They overlook that, you know, that entrepreneurship is a gifting. Everybody cannot be an entrepreneur, a full-time entrepreneur. That's not everybody's calling. I always say this, you know what I'm saying? If everybody was a full-time entrepreneur, then who would work for the business? Okay. Who would be the forklift driver? Who would be the stocker? Who would be the cashier? Who would be the truck driver? Okay, who would do the accounting? Right? So everybody cannot be a full-time CEO. Why? Because it's destined. It's destined to be that way. It is meant to be that way. You understand? And contrary to the popular belief, everybody will not be wealthy. Okay, that's just not the way it is. You understand what I'm saying? You know, that's the reason why some people, they could sing well, they could dance well, but why aren't they a world-renowned singer? Why are they a world-renowned dancer? Think about that. Think about that. Okay? Because it's a part of people's destiny. Everybody can't be a judge or a lawyer or a doctor or a nurse. This is the reason why some of us, we have strong desires to do certain things in society, because it is a gifting, it is a calling, and we have to understand these things. You know, being a person that's very well versed in the holistic side of the house, natural herbs and all these things like that. It runs in the family, like Dr. Sabi. Dr. Sabi, it passed down to his grandchildren and his children. You understand what I'm saying? You know, everybody in this family didn't have a desire to do that, but some of them had a desire, and it was impressed upon their heart. Why? Because they were called to do that. They were called to do that. So this message is simply just to bring these things out so you can understand, beloved, that it's a calling on your life. You being drawn to operate in a certain area, just like there's healers. There's people that, just like what I was talking about, laying hands and people being healed, and Reiki, if you will, the healing energy. You understand what I'm saying? You know, so it's a gift. It's a gift. And it may make some people afraid. Some people may say you got some type of evil spirit. Listen, that's not the case. That's not the case. Because some people, they speak ignorantly because they don't understand, because of how they've been educated. They've been miseducated. They've been misinformed. You understand? And this is what has happened to, especially in my ethnic group, where a lot of us have been cut off from our spirituality. And the root word of spirituality, again, is just simply dealing with the spirit. Just like, you know, psychologists, oh, that's Satanism. Oh, that's witchcraft. Oh, that's the devil. Psychology is dealing with the mind. The root word in the psych, you're dealing with the mind. You understand? And it's sad that some people ignorantly comment on these things, because no one has a problem with a mechanic. When their car has a problem, they take it to the mechanic. That's the area that the mechanic specializes in. If you're dealing with a legal matter, even in law, there's people that deal with accidents. There's people that deal with divorces. There's people that deal with, you know, affirmative action. And they specialize it in those different areas of law. You understand what I'm saying? And if you have that problem, you go to that subject matter expert in that arena, and you get the help. Our sister Lynn says, amen, brother. Gift and called to do certain things. Absolutely. Absolutely. So thank you for tuning in, Sister Lena. I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in, my good sister. You know, so what I'm saying is, we have to strip these things off, man. It's time to debunk these lies. It's time for us to, you know, go back to the root of things, to go back to source. You understand? And get a better understanding, because a lot of times people say things because they don't understand it because they've been miseducated. So they only speak from their level of understanding. And I understand it. But you know what I ask of you, and do yourself a favor, is to revisit these things to get a better understanding. Just like there's a misunderstanding even about our spirituality. And I'm saying this because, you know, when it comes to our gifts, peace, my brother. Thank you so much for tuning in, brother. Brother Turner, I appreciate you, man. Peace and love, my brother. So the only thing I'm saying is that we just have to get a better understanding. And for me, because I'm a practitioner of my spiritual system of spirituality, how many of you know me? How many of you know I'm a good man? You know, so I'm not out here to harm anybody. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not out here to deceive anyone. You understand? You know, I love people too much, you know what I'm saying, for me to do such a thing. You understand? And I'm on here because I care. I care about you because I don't want you to feel like you're lonely. I don't want you to feel like you're out of your mind. I want you to know you have a place to come to. You know, if you want to talk to us, I'm going to put my information up because I'm getting ready to close out. This is very brief. My wife and I, man, we've been very busy, man, and still busy. still busy. Okay, so I just wanted to come on here real quick and show you guys some love. And I just wanted you to know, beloved, you know, that you're not out of your mind. You're not crazy. Okay, get with people who have the same like precious faith as you. Get around people who can understand you. Okay, get around people who will not label you contrary to what your character is. You know, you're not wicked, you're not evil, you're a good person, you have a gift, and you use it for the good of humanity. All right. So you know, tune that out. Tune that out. Don't be discouraged. You know, don't harm yourself. You know, because I've literally heard some people's stories and them really want to take their life. They feel like I'm losing it. What's wrong with me? I'm going crazy. You're all right. You're gifted. You just got to familiarize yourself with your gift and learn how to operate in your gift. Okay, learn how to accept. Okay, that everybody does not have that gift and everybody can't see it your way. You understand? And so, you know, just be led, be sensitive. This is the reason why prayer and meditation is so important. It helps you to become the more sensitive, and it helps you to be able to home in on your gift and helps you to fine tune your gift. You understand? You know, and don't hold it. Okay, don't hold it. I'm telling you, don't hold it. Listen, you're holding back somebody's blessing. Get over the fear of the outcome of the transmission that you will share with someone. I'm not telling you to say everything. This is the reason why I say again that prayer and meditation is very important because your spirit will guide you. Sometimes it's just for you to pray about it. Sometimes it's for you to pray about it and say something about it. You understand? You know, so I'm not here just to teach skin. Okay, because one thing we have to understand is spirituality, and a lot of people they run away from this part of it. So many people, oh, I want to get in touch with my roots. I want to get in touch with my roots. Okay, but why is it when it comes to spirituality you start running? Okay, because it's beyond your ethnicity. One thing about spirituality, it teaches you to work on yourself. It teaches you to work on your inner man. It doesn't teach you to point your finger at your neighbor. It teaches you to look into the mirror of truth, and you're going to see your own reflection, and you're going to see that you need to work on you. I got a feeling it's probably the reason why some people run away, because they want to keep putting it on some outside force. No, you have to do the work. You have to deny yourself. You have to discipline yourself. You have to see the errors of your ways, and you have to put in the spiritual work and deny yourself when you want to say something and do something. And I'm not telling you that you're going to be successful all the time. What I am telling you is that it's worth it, because guess what? You can say something and do something, and you can literally ruin your life for the rest of your life. Okay, there's a lot of people in prison because they have no self-discipline. Okay. There's a lot of people that lost relationships because they have no self-discipline. Okay, committing adultery. Okay, domestic abuse. Okay, verbal abuse. Okay, You understand? And a lot of people having problems dealing with their past trauma when they were adolescents, and dealing with trauma that you're dealing with even as an adult. And so many of us are walking around and we're in a dilapidated spiritual state because we focus so much on the outside, we forget about the inside. And it's just like health. Whatever affects you on the inside, if your bowels and stuff are not healthy, you know what it's going to do? It'll affect your skin. Okay, you can start seeing it on the outside. It'll mess up your outside. Okay, and also people become obese and everything else like that. You understand? I'm not talking about people who are heavy set due to being hereditarily that way. Okay, because you got people like the sumos. You understand what I'm saying? So some people, it runs in their family. So neither am I mocking no one. What I'm saying is that if you don't take care of the inside, it's going to manifest on the outside. And we see this all the time when people have these outlashes. Okay, sometimes it's not because somebody has done anything. It's because, they're harboring all those things inside of them, and they haven't decompressed. They haven't dealt with their internal, and now it's manifesting externally. And you like, why this person is so mean? Why is this person so nasty? Why do they have such an attitude and everything else like that? Because you know what? They act foul because they have a foul spirit. I'm going to say it again. People act foul because they have a foul spirit. And see, for me, I'm not going to sidestep this talk. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate that, man. Getting ready to close this out. Queen said, yep, yep. So this is what we have to get to, beloved. We can't, listen, growth does not come hearing everything that you want to hear. No, I didn't like to hear the things that I heard and I seen about myself when I stood before my altar. When I stood before my altar, Bockarie had seen the spirit of truth. And you know what the spirit of truth showed Bockarie? The spirit of truth showed me. That's right. I didn't see my neighbor that offended me. Guess what? I seen myself. I had to confront some things in myself. Listen, I don't mind sharing this with you. It's something that my wife and I that we talk about. And I want you guys to understand the same guy that's talking to you right now. I'm that same guy that I'm talking to you about. I was that same guy that I'm talking to you about. I almost lost my marriage because of my temper. I almost lost my marriage because of me being impatient. I almost lost my marriage of me being petty. I almost lost my marriage because I was focusing on the small things and I wasn't looking at the big things, and almost left a good thing over looking at the small so-called bad things. Yes. See, everybody praise our relationship. Everybody look at our glory, but y'all don't know our story. And I have to just share that with you guys because I want you guys to understand I'm not just sitting on the other side of this camera giving you instructions. I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you that I was almost put in jail. I'm telling you that I was in the county jail. I'm telling you that I was out of my mind. I'm telling you that because my mind was out of control, my world was out of control, and I did things because I was out of control mentally. I need you to understand this. For the sake of you and your happiness and your family, and for the sake of you living the rest of your life either happy or miserable, this is for the sake of you. Do yourself a favor and take heed to wise instruction. Do yourself a favor and take heed to the teaching, because you'll miss out on a good thing. And you got to stop blaming everybody else for your actions when really the truth is you're reacting out of what's inside of you. Because understand, when the squeeze get on the fruit, when the squeeze get on the orange, mango juice don't come out of the orange. So when the squeeze of life come on you, what's inside of you is going to come out of you. We got to start working on the inside. Okay, this is the reason why people can have all the money in the world and they still end up wanting to kill themselves. This is the reason why people could be living the so-called good life, but really their life is terrible. They're miserable because on the inside, see, they got all the outside things, but they're dying on the inside. It's time to heal. Brothers, it's time to heal. It's time to let go of our ego and our pride. And it's time to get into our secret place and be real with ourselves, even if you have to get by yourself and you have to deal with that little boy, that little boy that was hurt, that little boy that was abandoned, that little boy that was spoken to ill. Even if you have to get by yourself and you have to cry it out, go ahead and cry that thing out, man. If you got to get by yourself and cry, go ahead and cry that thing out by yourself, man. Work that thing out because the family needs you. The family needs you. The family needs you whole. The community needs you whole. The world needs you whole. You have a divine purpose. And I promise you, when you get by yourself, you'll find yourself. Thank you all for tuning in again. This is Bockarie Jombor with Lifestyle Hacks with yours truly. I come on here on Sunday and Thursday. Today, excuse me, I came on here around 6:30, but normally I like to come on here at 6 o'clock. Okay, Central Standard Time. That's 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's heal together. Let us come together. Let us grow together. I'm not exempt from these messages. I'm a man just like you. I may have gifts, but I have flaws just like you. These messages, as I speak to you, I speak to myself. Let us grow together. Let us heal together. Let us be blessed in our spiritual, physical, and financial wellness. I'm also going to come on here and do financial classes. Okay, I want to do outside of the norm. Okay, so this is going to be like a one-stop shop. I'm going to have people coming on that's going to talk to you about health. Okay, holistic people that's going to come on and talk to you. We're going to have business people come on and talk to you. We're going to have spiritual people come on and talk to you. And we're going to have us a good time. All right. Have a blessed rest of your evening. May your week be the same. And I'll be talking to you soon.